Hello everyone, welcome to the summer training and certification program brought to you by GoEduHub Technologies. I'm Sharda from GoEduHub Technologies and will be your instructor for this course. You know, Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And it has never been more needed than in these unprecedented times when majority of the students cannot go to schools and colleges for their learning. I'm very happy to see 15,000 applicants from across the globe for this training. I don't need to tell you that data science, machine learning and artificial intelligence are most valuable skills to have right now. These fields are emerging and new opportunities. Every organization, even big or small, is bolstering up to use machine learning and data science to transform their businesses. So this is very niche and in-demand skill to have on your resume. Okay? And guys, all of you already know there is no prerequisite for this course. This is free of cost 45 days online training program. And this course is designed for beginners and advanced users alike. We will start with very building blocks of data science and scale up to real world use cases. This 45 days training is free of cost and there is no hidden charges. I am telling you again, there is no hidden charges and will not be theoretical sessions. This is totally hands-on training. It is backed up by hands-on exercises in every session and assignments after every session to retain learning. Even you can visit our website goeduhub.com. Okay, our website have content page. You can see we have lots of articles on machine learning, artificial intelligence and deep learning. So you will get the reference notes as well. Okay. Next thing is there are the different benefits of this training, summer training certification from GoEduHub Technologies, and you will also get the Udemy course on complete machine learning and data science with Python by GoEduHub free of cost. Basically, a certificate is proof that a person can do what they say they can do. So by end of 45 days training, you will be boasting of not one but 2 certificates. This is because this course is a 2-for-1 offer where you will get free access to a Udemy course on complete machine learning and data science with Python by GoEduHub Technologies. You can discuss the things here like over our website below the articles. You can discuss the things, you can put up any question. We will answer, we are happy to answer your questions. We are providing 24/7 SME support. So we never let you left after the training. We always support you. Whatever the queries you are having after the training or even in your project execution, you can ask us. Now I will be walking through course content which we are going to cover during this training program. Like during this 45 days training program, I'm going to cover these things. Python programming, I'm going to start from very scratch. You can say this is a roadmap of 45 days training program. So in the first 10-15 minutes, I'm just giving you overview about this training and certain questions students having in their mind, what we are going to do during this training, how we are going to learn these things, how we are going to add the things in our resume. So I'll give you a brief overview and then we will start today's session. Okay, so first thing is Python programming. mathematics, I'm going to start Python programming from the scratch. Even if you know the Python programming, then you can just revise the things, and after that I'll move towards certain mathematics and statistics that is required for this training. Then we will start the concepts of machine learning and data science, different algorithms in the machine learning and data science libraries, different libraries we are going to cover during this course. And the most important thing is end-to-end project implementation. This is very important, guys, because sometimes what happens, we are working in a company and we are working in different domain. We just want to make the transition from one domain to AI domain. So we should implement certain projects. So during this training, I will guide you throughout the training how to implement end-to-end project. Even I'll show certain projects in the class also. And not only the project implementation, it's just project implementation, how you can implement the project in the real clouds, how you can deploy your models. Like I just prepared a model in machine learning, and then how can I use that model in real life? So using in the real life, I can develop the web applications. For developing the web application, we need to use certain web frameworks like Flask, Django, some other also. So I'll give you the overview of the Flask, how to develop the applications in the Flask, and then we will deploy our application over certain clouds like Heroku, Google Cloud and AWS. Okay. So this is the basically roadmap we are going to cover during this complete training program. Okay. So next thing is what the certain projects I'm going to cover during this training. I'll just give you a little bit list. It is not the complete list. I'll show you certain projects. You can do the similar projects by yourself also, because what happens, whatever the project you will do by yourself, I'll explain you one project, and another project, similar project you can do, then you will get the more things. One project I'll complete, I know its difficulties, I know its what are the difficulties I was facing during the project development. So whenever you are sitting in an interviewer always ask the small things, what the project you have implemented, how the project you have completed, what the difficulties you have faced, how you sort out these difficulties. So if you implement a project by yourself under the guidance, then you will learn the more things. So lots of questions students are getting, like what we will get during this training. Hopefully certain questions are cleared. You will be learning lots of things. You can analyze yourself today, and after certain time, like after the 45 days and even 30 days, you can analyze yourself what you have got from this training. Okay. So guys, basically it's like certain projects I have shown you, okay? And what we are going to do for every algorithm, for every assignment, for every task, I'll start an empty notebook and then I'll start writing the code. You can follow along with me in the lecture, and this will engage you, and even this will teach you the different things. So next is how we are going to implement those things. Okay. So let me come to the website and I can show you one more time the course content. Okay. This is the machine learning. And in the machine learning, you can see there are the different modules. Like Python module, we are going to cover complete. Then statistics and machine learning, statistics for machine learning and data science. Then we are going ahead towards machine learning libraries, and then we are going ahead towards different type of machine learning, different algorithms for the machine learning, and then we are going ahead towards the web development framework, Flask. and after that we develop certain projects in the Flask, and then we will deploy how to deploy the projects in the Google Cloud, in the AWS, and in Heroku. Okay, and we will implement certain end-to-end projects. And I'll also discuss certain interview questions of the machine learning and data science, how you can solve the different coding question, how you can solve the different interview question. All these things we are going to cover. Okay, so now I think everything should be clear. Let me come to the chat. If you having any question, you can ask me. Like one more thing I can tell you, for every class you will get the link from here, online training YouTube live class link. You can click over here, you will redirect it to the page, and that page having all the classes link. Okay, and meanwhile you can ask any question, whatever the question you are having in your mind related to this training program, you can ask me, then I'll start the today's class. So when you click over this link, online training YouTube live class link, you have to scroll down, and then here you will find certain attendance rules. You have to follow these rules. Like after the class, you have to check out the description of that video, and then below the video you need to write session summary with your registration ID. The person who didn't get the registration ID, don't worry, after the class you can check the seat and you will get the registration ID. Don't worry about all these things. Okay, and then you have to solve questions, and you have to give the answer over our Facebook page and LinkedIn page. LinkedIn is mandatory, Facebook is optional. And then you have to solve the task, and you have to share the task to your LinkedIn profile. That's all, nothing else. And here are the all classes link. Like first class link you will got here. Today we are walking over this class, and then the next classes link you will get from here. Okay, so let me answer certain question. Where should we submit our assignments? Should we have live class? Just wait guys, I cannot read all these comments at a time. If you are not a Facebook user, don't worry, but you should have a LinkedIn user. And you need to complete your assignments timely, and you need to put your answers in different like over your LinkedIn profile. That's all. Okay, so this is all about the class, and now let me come to the today's agenda, what we are going to cover in this class. Okay, so this is the data science and machine learning with Python. So first things comes to mind is, what is the data science and what is the machine learning? Okay, so data science, like we should know these basic terms. What is the data science, what is the machine learning, and then what is the artificial intelligence, what is the deep learning, and how the machine learning working. Today's class agenda is this. I'm going to cover these things. What is the data science, what is machine learning, what is artificial intelligence, then different types of machine learning, how to work with the machine learning, and then we will start Python introduction. We will start working over the Python. Okay, yeah, this class will be saved. You can see this class after the session also. This class will be always available. Recording of live session always available to our website. Don't worry about all this. And guys, some of you, if you can answer other person's question, then please answer other person's question also, so that it would be easy for me to go ahead. Okay, so data science, what is the data science? First thing comes to mind is, what is the data science? In the data science, we have two terms. One is the data and another is the science. Okay, So whenever we are hearing the word like data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, we find these words very fascinating. First thought that comes in our mind after hearing these words are like robots. We can make certain robots. We can make automatic machines. Okay? And we can make different assist like Google Assist. Okay? Self-driving cars. These are the fascinating applications. These are the applications of artificial intelligence and data science, you can say. We can think, wow, it's incredible that human can make a driverless car. Okay? But first thing, when we are thinking about all these things, what we are doing, we are making a machine just like human being. Human being. Okay? We are making a machine intelligent. As much we can do without, machine can learn without interruption of human being. How can a machine learn? Machine can learn with the help of data. Like we are intelligent creature on the earth. We can learn the things very easily. When we are a small baby, we don't know anything. Even you can see at your home some small babies, they are asking lots of questions. What is this? What is this? What is this? And we are giving them answer. This is table, this is laptop, this is pen, this is pen drive. And after certain times, they can give you the answer reverse back like this is a laptop. How they are learning? They are having a great mind. They are learning things with the help of certain features. Okay? So basically, it's a data. How the machine can learn. So we can learn with the help of our mind, but machine can learn with the help of data. Now come to the things, what is the data? Okay? In the data, basically, data is whatever you are getting. Whatever you are, I'm talking to you, this is the data for me. I'm asking what is your name? This is data for me because it makes sense for me. Okay? Data for human being is like whatever the things, whatever we are having, that is data. But for the machine, data in numerical form, or you can say certain numbers. Every time when we open a mobile phone, when we click over certain application, we create certain data. Everywhere we are going, we are creating certain data. You are visiting some place, you are clicking some certain pictures, you are creating data. Okay? So everything, like whatever the application you are using, that is also data based. Like you are using the calculator. What the calculator doing? It's taking the raw data and it will give you certain output in the form of certain data. Data is, if you are using the data, then data is useful. Otherwise, it is garbage. Okay? So basically, data, you can say information or anything. Information is when you are using the data. Otherwise, you can say anything, whatever you are having, that is the data. Now come to the thing, second thing is science. What is the science? Science means knowledge. So basically, in simple terms, we can say data science is knowledge of data. Okay? When we use Google Map, we basically create the data by providing our location, destination, time taken by us to cover distance using various transportation, and also the pictures of location. But if Google Map don't use this information to improve itself, then this information is just garbage. Everyone nowadays using the Google Map. This is the simple application. And what we are improving the Google Map. We are providing the data to the Google Map. And if Google Map is using that data it means it is information for the Google Map, otherwise it is garbage for the Google Map. Okay? So basically, data generated by us is used by different organizations. We are generating data. Let me scroll down. Okay, so this is the data. We are generating data and an organization is using it. Okay, an organization is using data, companies are using data to make the perfect business strategies. Okay, so I think you should clear with the data science. Data science is basically a process of using data by extracting, cleaning, manipulating data to make a decision or to predict an outcome using the clean data. Using the data. Data science is DS is using the data. It's a processing the data. Now come to the different terms like machine learning, deep learning and artificial intelligence. Are you getting the things till now? Can you give me a quick confirmation in the chat window? Just write there yes in the chat window if you are getting all these things, or either you can hit the like button. Okay? Okay guys, let me go ahead. Certain terms that I'll explain you. First thing, we have seen the data science. Now we are going ahead and we are going to see what is the AI, artificial intelligence. Okay, artificial intelligence is, you can say, a broader area in which we are creating application just like human being. You can say intelligent applications. Okay? AI enables machines to think. You know, machine don't have brain. Machine cannot think. But we are making the machine intelligent as much we can do. We emphasize the creation of intelligent machines that work and react like the human being. Different types of AI like narrow AI, general AI, active AI. I'm not going inside these types. I'm just telling you the broader definition, like what is the artificial intelligence. It is the simply we are making the machine to think. Machine can think. Machine can react just like human being. Okay? So basically AI is just thinking like a machine, and there are the different applications you are using in day-to-day life, like you are using the Google Assist, you are using the Siri, you are using the other applications. Okay, self-driving car is most exciting application of artificial intelligence. Okay, now come to the next term that you will heard is machine learning, ML. I'm writing in short is ML. What is the then machine learning and what is the relation of AI and machine learning? Okay, basically machine learning is a subset of AI. I can make the diagram like this, a broader circle. You can say this is AI. Okay, and I can pick the another color. and this is ML. And then one more circle I'm going to make here is deep learning. I'll define all these things, don't worry. One circle I'm making here, DL. That is the for deep learning. ML stands for machine learning, AI stands for artificial intelligence, and DL stands for deep learning. So basically AI is a broader domain. And you can say ML is subset of AI. It is subset of AI. Or you can say ML is basically it allows machine to learn the data without being programmed. It has certain statistical tools to explore and analyze the data. So you can say here we can do the visualization, analyze, all these things we can do in the ML. Okay? So basically it allowing machines to learn from the data. Learn from the data. Okay? Okay? Don't worry guys, some people are thinking this is, I'm going very slow. Don't worry about all these things. I have to cover all the topics. So in the initial day one, this is the day one, I'm telling all the basics. Everybody should know. Certain guys are from this domain, certain guys are from some mechanical domain, some are from electrical. So all these things I have to explain. Then I'll go ahead and I'll speed up. Don't worry about the speed, because the initial days we should know the concepts. Wherever you are sitting in an interview, they never ask you the advanced question. They will ask you the basic question. If your base is clear, then you can go ahead. If you are knowing all the basics, then you can implement very good projects. But if you are not clear with the basics, you cannot go in the deep projects and never being selected in any organization. Okay, so this is the AI, and then I'll come ML, and then I'll come to the deep learning. What is then deep learning? Okay, in the deep learning, I can define the deep learning is just, in the deep learning we are mimicking the human brain. Okay, basically here we implement the neural networks. And different type of neural networks like ANN, CNN, RNN. These are the certain structures. And the good thing about the deep learning is, in the deep learning we don't need to extract the features manually. We extract the features automatically. Now come to the data science. Then what is the data science? Okay. So for the data science, if I'll draw a circle for the data science, then I'll draw data science circle like this. It is the DS. Data science is, we are including all these three, and we are also including certain more things. Like you can say, like here we are using some math. Here we are using some web scraping. Here we are using some data analysis or data visualization. All these are the part of data science. So data science is interdisciplinary field that uses scientific methods, process, algorithm and systems to extract knowledge and insights from many structured and unstructured data. You can write the definition for the DS. Basically, data structure is interdisciplinary field. And here we are extracting the knowledge. You can say knowledge and insights. Insights from different type of data. Okay. And now the question is what the data scientist will do. Who is the data scientist? What the work of the data scientist? Can you guys explain me? Can you write the answer in the chat window? Who is the data scientist and what will be the work for the data scientist? I just want to make this session interactive. I don't want to make the one-way communication. You will get the board and you leave the session. Nothing like that. You guys just do the interaction. You can write in the chat window. I'll read the answers. Who is the data scientist and how the data scientist will work. Okay, so for the data scientist, I can say, it's not only the one field, like they are working only the data. They are basically working in all these fields, AI, ML, deep learning, and certain other fields like NLP. All these things they should know. They should know how to extracting the data. Okay. Yeah, he predicts the data, he working over the data, he are doing different things. It depends on the organization to organization. Some organizations only for they are giving the particular role, and some organizations are they can put you anywhere in all these fields. Yeah, I'm getting lots of answers. That's good, guys. Okay. So now we will discuss like life cycle of a data science project. Then we will come towards the implementation part. Then we will start the Python part. So a life cycle of a data science project. How a data science project can be completed, how you can work over a project. Okay, so let me show you one diagram. Yeah, this is a life cycle of a data science project. Okay, in a data science project, what we can do? These are the 7 steps we have to do. Business understanding. Okay, we have to do business understanding, we have to do data collection, data preparation, exploratory data analysis, modeling, model evaluation, and model deployment. And we are going to implement a end-to-end project that will be covering all these 7 steps. Okay, so we are going to cover this practically. We are going to implement the project in a data science that is going to implement all these 7 steps. Somebody is asking about the NLP and computer vision. Basically, NLP is natural language processing, where we are working over the text data. Like wherever you are working over the text data, that is the natural language processing. Like you are translating a text from one language to another language. That is the NLP. And next thing is one question I have shown, what is the computer vision? Computer vision is working with images and you are extracting certain knowledge with the images or video. Then that is called the computer vision. You can say whatever you are doing with the combination of eyes and brain, that is the computer vision. Full form for NLP is natural language processing. Okay, so that is not part of this course, but still I am telling you NLP is natural language processing and computer vision is for working with the video and images. Yes, future of data science is all depends on the data. Nowadays, large amount of data is extracted and still in process. So companies are using data to make the better decision and business strategy. That's good. I'm telling that thing only. Okay. So basically, I'll explain you these 7 steps, and throughout this course, whatever the project we are going to implement, that we are using these 7 steps. First is business understanding. Okay, what is the business understanding? What do you mean by business understanding? Basically, in the business understanding, in a data science project, what we need to do? Like, we need to ask certain questions by ourselves. Why do we need data? Which data we are going to use? How to get the data? And what to do with the data? Different questions. We have to answer different questions. What data? From where data? Okay, what data, from where data, how to get data, and what to do with the data. What to do with data. Okay, so in the first thing, in the life cycle of a data science project, first thing is business understanding. In the business understanding, it is very important, and in this we have to analyze what we need to do. We need to finalize what data set, we are going to use, and then we need to see from where, what source. We need to finalize all the needs of client. So here 2 persons will talk in this. One is the domain expert and data scientist. Okay, so here the domain expert and data scientist will discuss the things. Even you can say domain expert or project owner. Okay, they will decide the needs of a business, the needs of a project, and what the data they are going to use. Okay, we try to get a clear understanding of what market needs we should be extracted from data in this first stage. What sort of questions should be posing to better advance the company and to help the business. Data scientists basically asking the questions about what you see and what you discover. Data scientists will ask the questions from their customer. Okay, and the second step is, you can say, second step is data under preparation. I think data preparation, data collection. Okay, so second step is data collection. Okay, let me check it out. Why screen is lagging? I'll close the PowerPoint application which I'm not using. I'll close. It's perfect. Some persons are complaining. Okay guys, now you can see it will work perfect. Okay. So next step is data collection. In the data collection, now it's showing perfectly. I can see in my system, it's working perfectly. Okay. So in the data collection, after the business understanding, we will collect the data from available resources. And in this step, we will do certain things over the data. Like we will see data, how data we can use. Okay, and basically these steps involve the collection of all data, and if you are working on real-time project in any company, you need to closely work with the business team. Okay, so we can use the many free data sets that are available like over the Kaggle. You can see, so you can collect some data from the Kaggle also, and you can stream data from certain, you can use certain APIs, and you can scrap data from certain websites. Okay, so we will see these steps also when we are going to implement a project. And next thing is data preparation. When you got your data, you need to prepare your data. Okay, in the preparing data, we do the cleaning of data. Okay, this includes selecting the relevant data, integrating data by merging the data sets. Relevant data we will take. Okay, we remove the outliers and we handle the missing data. Handle missing data. Guys, am I audible clear? Okay. I think it's working. Some students are writing it's working perfectly. Maybe at your end there may be issue. Kaggle is a site where you can see the data. There are lots of data available over the Kaggle. There are lots of challenges available to the Kaggle. We can solve the questions from the Kaggle. During this training, we will pick up some data from the Kaggle, and then we will solve certain competitions of the Kaggle. Okay. Next stage is the fourth step, you can say, or EDA. EDA is exploratory data analysis. Okay, EDA plays an important role. It is basically summarization of clean data. Summarization of clean data. That helps in identifying certain structures, anomalies, outliers, and pattern in data. Find the pattern in data, you can say. Patterns in data. Okay? Basically, right set of features, you can say. Okay? Next step is data modeling. What is the data modeling? What do you understand by data modeling? In the data modeling, you can say this is heart of data analysis. Basically, a model takes prepared data. So whatever the data preparation we have done in the previous steps, that could be, data could be input to a model. data that should be an input. And here we are going to prepare a model. Okay, we are going to prepare a model. Don't worry about all these things. I'm just telling you the concept. After the class, like in the upcoming classes, you will see the practical and you will understand all these things by yourself very clearly. Okay? Okay, so we have certain data and then we are having a model. And in this model, we are going to prepare a model, a machine learning model. And in this model, we are going to feed our data. ML model. Okay? A machine learning model we are going to prepare here. Choosing the appropriate model, which model we have to choose, with algorithm we have to choose. Okay? We need to tune our model also. Like after model, preparing the model, we have to tune our model. Or you can say tuning of hyperparameters. Okay? So this is the model, data modeling. If you prepared a good model that is working fine, that is doing certain predictions. Like I can give you one example, like we are making an expert doctor system. In a remote area, suppose there is no doctor, and we are making a machine learning model with the help of certain data. What we can do, how we can make an expert system, an expert doctor system. We have to feed certain data to the model that having like data having different disease data. Like we are having one disease is blood pressure. So we should have lakhs of records of high blood pressure patients, their symptoms and corresponding their disease name. Like here I can see I have data, 10,000 data that having okay, 10k data that having symptoms of blood pressure and their disease name is blood pressure. Similarly, we can say some heart disease patient data, some sugar patient data. So if we have data with the different symptoms, we can feed to our model will learn the pattern, and then whenever we need to predict certain disease, we have to feed our symptoms and it will give you the disease name. That's basically a machine learning model do. Okay? Guys, just focus on the class. Okay? So model deployment is we are developing model, data modeling is we are developing a model. The next step is after developing a good model, we have to deploy that model. Okay? Next step is model deployment. Like you have prepared a good model. Now you have to deploy your model. So where we can deploy our model? We can develop a web application. We can develop a web application like we can use the Flask. After developing a web application, you can deploy the web application to the different clouds. Clouds like Heroku, and you can say Google Cloud, and you can say AWS. So we will do this also practically. Okay. So these are the steps of a project. A project that you are going to implement in the data science, these are the steps. Okay. So these are the all steps we are going to cover. Got it? Clear? A life cycle of data science project. I have explained all these things. In the EDA, we are doing the data cleaning, wrangling of data. We are finding certain outliers, all these things. Okay? Okay. So this is all about. Now I'll come to the how we are going to implement. Okay? We are going to implement all these things with the help of Google Colab. You don't need to install anything. You just go to the Google and then type here Google Colab. Okay? Just type over the Google Colab. Basically, what is the Google Colab? Google Colab is a Google Cloud. It is a free Jupyter Notebook environment that runs entirely in the cloud. You just type over the Google Colab, and then the first link appears, colab.research.google.com. Welcome to Colab. You can click over here and then you had to sign in to your Gmail account. This is basically Google Colab. I have already signed in, so I need to create new notebook. Click here, new notebook. It will open a Jupyter notebook. So I can say Google Colab is a platform that provides you GPU which is free of cost, and it supports Python 2 and Python 3 versions. And most importantly, you can say it doesn't require a setup. You don't need to install anything. And you can create the notebooks, different notebooks. It is just like the Jupyter notebook, IPYNB is IPython notebook. You can create the Jupyter notebooks and you can share the Jupyter notebook with your friends also. Like I'm writing whatever the code, I can share with you guys also. Okay? So just open the Google Colab and then you can write here the person with you want to share, you can write the email ID. Okay? So you can do the collaboration with your team members, with your classmates. It is just the way you can edit the document in the Google Docs. Colab supports many popular machine learning libraries which can be easily loaded in your notebook. Like here, I just want to work with the NumPy. I can simply write import NumPy. And I can run. This will give you the output. It is already run, already installed NumPy library. Okay guys? So basically, Colab is made for implementation of machine learning, artificial intelligence. There are the lots of libraries for implementing the machine learning and AI. Basically, we can implement the deep learning also here. The TensorFlow is already installed here. Okay? What about the Anaconda? Somebody is asking a question. What about the Anaconda? You can simply install the Anaconda. Anaconda is taking lots of RAM of your system, and whatever library you are using, you have to install in the Anaconda. Or even if you are using the PyCharm, that is also you need to install every library. But in the Google Colab, you don't need to install anything. You can just use, you can click over the Google and you can simply start writing the code. Okay? You can use any other ID also, but I prefer to use Google Colab because Google Colab is very easy. You can easily use this. Yeah, I'll share the notes with you guys also. Don't worry about this. And what you can do, you can do the practice along with me. So basically, today this is the first class. So I can rename this Jupyter notebook also, like first class. Okay. And after this class, I can download this file also to keep with me. Even I can save in the Google Drive, or I can download in the form of IPYNB or .py file. Okay. And here, like if you want to walk over some data sets, you can click in the left side. Like first I'll close this. In the left side, there are the different things. 3 lines, and then the search, and this toggle, and this folder icon. If you click over this folder icon, you can upload here your data set, or either you can mount your drive also. You can use the data set from your drive also. Okay, so we are going throughout this training. I'm trying to use most of the time Google Colab. Okay. So now I'll just give you a little bit practical over the Python, like how we can start the work with the Python. You guys can work with the PyCharm, you guys can work with the Anaconda, whatever you want you can do. But if you follow the class, this would be the good for you. You can work in the Google Colab in the class, and then after the class you can try your editor. Okay. Somebody is asking, can you please tell us how to use the Google Colab again? Guys, I'm telling you one more time Google Colab, because this is very important. Throughout the training, I'm going to use this Google Colab. So just go to the Google and then type over the Google Colab. Okay, and then search out, and the first link appears, welcome to Colab. You have to click over here, and then you have to log into your Gmail account. And here there are the certain notebooks are already available that you previously created, and you can create a new notebook. So here click over the new notebook, you will open a window like this. Here you can write the comment also, like whatever you are writing here. I just want to put some text. So Python code, I'm writing here Python code, Python basic code. Okay, and let me run this. This is the comment for my reference. Okay. IPYNB is IPython notebook. That's all. Okay. So basically we are going to, and what if a cell you want to delete, you can delete here. A icon is delete cell. You want to run code, like I just want to write the hello in the Python. Print hello. I just want to run this block. You can hit this play button, or the shortcut you can run shift enter. You can press shift enter. Okay. Some guys are asking certain question, what is the Anaconda, what is the notebook? Guys, don't worry, the Anaconda is a platform that is providing you some ID. You can use the ID to run the Python code, simple thing. Or ID is interactive Python notebooks, that are nothing. Okay, so now I'm just going to explain you how you can run the Python code. Like I just want to run certain Python codes. Okay, so simply first line, like if you are an engineering student, most of you are an engineering student, some are not, don't worry about this. If you are an engineering student, you have studied the C programming. C programming, if you want to write the hello word, you have to write at least 4-5 lines. At least 4-5 lines of code you have to write. But in the Python, if you want to write code like hello, you can simply put hello in the print function. Jupyter, this is a notebook. In the notebook we can simply write a line of code and then we can run. Okay, we don't need to write complete code and then run. This is simply we can write the code and then we can run. Okay, so print hello. I have written the hello. Now I can tell you why Python. We are using throughout this course we are going to use the Python. Why we are using the Python? Because Python is very easy language. You can say it is easiest language you can learn within the 10 to 15 days. If you have little bit coding background, you can learn very easily, and if you are not having any coding background, then also you can learn the Python very easily. Yes, I can make certain projects in the Python also, don't worry. Today I am just starting the Python. I cannot make the project today. Okay, don't worry all these things. Okay guys, so let me go ahead. I just want to add certain things. I just want to declare certain variables. A equals to 10, B equals to 20, and then I just want to do certain calculations. C is equal to A plus B. Now I just want to print C, a variable value. This is the simple Python program. It is simply adding two variables. Like if I talk about some other language, when you are declaring a variable, you need to put certain data types and then you need to put certain comma. All these things you have to put. But here you don't need to put any data type. You don't need to put about the semicolon, colons. Here you don't need to worry about all these syntax. This is, you can say Python is almost a syntax free language. It is just like the English. When you are reading some Python code, it's looking like it is an English code. Little bit syntax you should know. That is the every programming language having. Yes, Sanya Sadat is telling me, can you make some project in Python? Don't worry, we will make some projects in the Python. Okay, so basically A equal to 10, B equal to 20, C is equal to A plus B, and print C. Next thing is, this is the simple calculation. I just want to take the user input. Okay, I just want to take certain user input. So how I can take the user input in the Python? A equals to, here is a function called the input. And inside this function, I need to write whatever the string you want to put it here. Enter the value. Okay, and let me run this block. A equals to input, and whatever you have written in this, enter the value. It is asking for certain value. I'm writing here 10. Okay, and then if I'll just want to print the value of A, I'll write print A. Okay, here you can see the value of A. Now I just want to check the type of A, what data type it's. Basically it automatically assigns the data type to every variable whenever we are providing certain values. We will share that course outline also with you guys. Just today is the first class you have to attend. All of you have to attend the class. You will get the idea of what we are going to cover in the next classes. Okay, so print A. Now I just want to check the type of A. Print type is a function, and inside this function I am passing A. And this is the string type. Some of you already know the Python. Don't worry, I'm not taking the complete all the lectures in the Python. This is the first lecture. I'll just give you the overview about the Python. Then we will certainly start the machine learning and Python all parallel. Okay, so here you can see it is a string. I just want this is as an integer. Like here I have taken A as an input. Similarly, I just want to take B as an input, and then I want to sum of A and B. User input, enter the value. And then I just want to say C is equal to A plus B, and then print C. Okay, and here I'll provide certain values like 10, and for B I'm providing 20, and then you can see C is 10, 20. It has appended the values. Basically it is taking all the values in a string. Okay, so we have to convert these string into the integer. For converting the string into the integer, we have to pass these string in the form function of int. Okay, and then this also I'm passing through the int. Let me run this again. 10, and then I'm providing 20, and this time output is 30. Why 30? Because enter the value, we have put it the value for A. By default it's taking input string type, and then we have converted that string to integer, and that value we have assigned to A variable. Similarly, we have taken the user input for the B, that is the string, then we have converted that to the int. Okay, and C equals to A plus B, print C. Guys, got it? Now this is the basic thing. Now come to the first class, that is the Python. So you can see our tutorial, and in the tutorial I'll come to the Python first tutorial. So I'll describe certain points, like what is the Python, why we are using the Python, all these things I'll tell you now. In the machine learning, first module is Python. Why taking the string? It is basically inbuilt function inside the Python. Whatever you are giving the user input, it's taking as a string. Okay, so this is the first article. What is the Python? Python is basically general purpose language. I'll provide assignment, don't worry about all these things. Python is a general purpose language. It is interpreted language, or you can say it is object oriented language. What is the interpreted language? In the interpreted language, you don't need to compile the code. You can skip the compilation, you can directly run the code. Okay, and it is object oriented because it follows all the OOPS concepts, all the properties of the OOPS. We don't need to go in the history of the Python. I already told you it is the easiest language on the earth. You can learn this language very easily. Okay, and next thing is we will see certain characteristics of the Python. Let me write here. Okay, I'll explain you quickly. Okay, you can say it is a interpreted language. And you can say it's object oriented language. And it is very simple, just simple language. You can say just like English. Okay, and you can also say it is a portable language. Portable means it can run all the platforms like Windows, Linux, or back. Okay, and it is extensible. You can extend with the other languages also. It support other languages also. Okay, and it have the most important thing, it have large library. Lots of things are already in the Python. You can ready-made libraries are available. You can easily use them like NumPy. I'll just give you a simple example. NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib. We are going to use all these. Okay. So it have lots of library. This is the good feature of Python. That's why people are opting the Python. If you are talking about the Python and R programming, some people are talking about the R programming also. If you want to go with the R, if you want to go with the machine learning, you can choose any one of them, either Python or R. But I always prefer the Python, because if you want to go with the deep learning also, in the deep learning in the Python we have different things like TensorFlow, we have PyTorch, good libraries we are having in this. For the statistical analysis, you can go for the R. But most of the people in the industry, they are using Python for implementing the AI. Okay? Got it? So these are the features of the Python. You can say that's why these are the characteristics or features of the Python. That's why we are using the Python. Different applications in the Python. Applications already built in the Python. You can say you can develop the web applications. How we can develop the web application in the Python? We are having Django, we are having Flask, okay, and some other things, other frameworks like Pyramid. These are the frameworks for developing the web applications. Okay, and next thing is for the machine learning. Machine learning, the good library, you can say one and only library, that is the sklearn. It have lots of things, or some people call it sklearn. Okay, so some other libraries are also available for the machine learning, but one important library, that is the sklearn. We can do the scientific computing in the Python. How we can do the scientific computing? Scientific computing we can do with the help of NumPy, SciPy, or you can say Pandas, or some other packages. Okay, you can even develop the games in the Python. There are the good library, that is the Pygame. We are going to develop a snack game during this training also. Okay, we can create the GUI also. We are having some other packages like Tkinter, okay, Kiwi. These are the certain applications we can develop in the Python. Okay, and some real-time application you already know, like Facebook is using somewhere the Python, Google is also using for the machine learning purpose, Netflix is also using for recommendation system, all these things. So that's why we are opting the Python. Now come to the syntax part. Now we are coming to the syntax part to the Python. How we are going to implement the Python? Okay. Python syntax is very easy. You don't need to declare any variable. You don't need to write the data types, return type. You don't need to write the difficult functions. Simple functions you can write in the Python very easily. Guys, can you please confirm me in the chat window? Are you getting the things? And if you have any question, you can ask me in the chat window. Like till now, I can summarize what we have covered. We have covered what is the data science, what is the machine learning, and what is the deep learning, and how data science, machine learning, deep learning are connected. And then we have seen the little bit overview about the Colab, and then why we are using the Python. Can you please confirm me in the chat window? Some people are asking the question, what is the matplotlib? It is the plotting library. What is the OpenCV? It is library for implementing the computer vision. And Tickender for GUI, Seaborn is for the Seaborn is for the plotting. Or you can say we can also do the statistical analysis with the help of Seaborn. Some people are asking about the study material. Guys, you can see in the description of this video, we will put the reference notes so you can learn the reference notes. And during this training program, we are going to cover the Pygame and we are going to cover the Flask. Okay, full stack development I cannot cover the completely, but I can cover the basic HTML and JavaScript, whatever the needed for the Flask and backend part database. We are going to cover all these things. Yeah, there are lots of data visualization libraries, like we have Plotly, we have some other library, HoloViews. Yeah, we have lots of libraries. Okay, so let's come to the things. We will do the little bit practical part in Python also now. Okay. Okay, so let me come to the Colab. I'll close this. Okay, in the coding part, what I have written, I have declared the simple variables. How to put a string, simple variables, then add, and then check the how to take the user input and then check the data types, and how to convert one data type to another data type, like we are converting from a string to integer. Either you can do the reverse also. Okay. Now we will write some more code in the Python. Okay, how to write the comment in the Python? If you want to write certain in the comment, then you can write you can put the hash. Like whatever you are writing in after the hash, that would be the comment. And the variables, like what are the variables? Variables are nothing. Here I can put certain text, and in this text I'm putting variables. Okay. Now I am telling you the variables. Variables are nothing but the reserved memory location to store the values. This means when you are creating a variable, you are reserving some space in the memory. Like here, I'll write some values, a equals to 10. And then I'll write b equals to GoEduHub. Okay. And then I'll print a comma b. Okay. You can see the output. A is 10 and B is GoEduHub. If you check the type of A, then it would be the integer. It assigns the data type according to the value we assign to a variable. Like A equals to 10, we have provided the integer value. So it will give you the data type is integer for A. You can read here in my screen, it's showing over the hover int A and value is 10. And if I'll go to the B, if I'll go to the B is a string and its value is GoEduHub. And I'm printing A comma B, then it will print value of A and value of B. Okay. Similarly, I can assign certain similar values to a single variable, x equals to y equals to z equals to 10. Then I can print X, print Y, and print Z. Okay, you can see all three variables are assigned the similar value. Okay, so these are the variable. A variable name cannot start with the number. These are the certain rules. Okay, now next thing is keywords. What are the keywords? In any language, we should know all these basics. That's why I am going ahead telling you little bit things. Keywords are certain reserved words that you cannot use in declaring a variable. Like true, false, def, else. These are the keywords. You can read this article. We will provide you reference notes in the description of this video. So this is the complete article that covering lots of things about the Python. Okay, keywords, Python keywords are these keywords. Then come to the Python operators. Every language have certain operators like arithmetic, assignment, comparison, logical, identity, membership, and bitwise operators. So these are the certain operators. Okay, we can do the operations like this: a equals to 20, b equals to 10, c equal to 10, and then c equals to a plus b, a minus b, a into b, a divided by b, a remainder b, and double star is power. Okay, a to power b. So you can see, you can run this block. I can copy this code and I can run this block code. Operators. And you can see the output here. So simple calculation. Arithmetic operators are doing the calculations. Okay? So basically this is the thing. These different type of operators. You can try, you can read these operators. Simple thing, nothing more. Like assignment operator is equals. You are assigning some value to a variable. Vipul is asking one question again, why Jupyter Notebook and Google Colab use the extension of this? This is the file extension, like Word using the extension .txt. Why the Word is using the .txt? It is the simple file extension. We are going to cover lots of things, Utkars. I already told you lots of libraries we are going to cover. That is written in the course content also. Okay. And then comparison operators like equal equals to. Now I'll write a if condition. How to write the if condition in Python? How to write if condition in the Python? To write if condition, if a equals to b, then we need to put here colon, and after the colon here automatically takes certain indentation. Indentation is very important. Like here I'll print a, else I print else and then colon and I'll print b. Okay, I can run this. Like here you can see the values are assigned to a is 2 and b is 3. In the upper block I have assigned two values. For a is 2 and b is 3. And if I'm checking if a equals to b, colon means in the continuation of this, whatever statements I'm writing in this if, I have to write at same level. Okay, this is the indentation. This is called the indentation. This space in the left side means we are shifting the statements in the right side at a certain level. All the statements should be at equal level. Okay, guys, I have shown the list of projects also in the starting of this video. Okay, so after the class you can revise the class, don't worry about all these things. Okay, if A equals to B, print A, print value of A, else print B. Okay, so this is how to write the if else condition in the Python. Okay, and you can see here, if else we have written. Now I just want to write certain condition, more conditions. Then I'll go in the deep for the if else, I'll solve certain question. Okay, don't worry, logical operators and or. If you want to compare certain things, you can simply use and or not operators. Okay, some membership operators are in and not in. Okay, and some identity operators are is or is not. These are the operators. I'll show you certain programs. Okay, like identity operator. What the identity operator will give you? The memory address of a particular object. Okay, so basically these are the different operators we are using during this course. So just after the class, go through this article, okay, and type function I already told you. Then all these things I'll cover in detail also, don't worry about all this. So this is the basic introduction. What about the self-paced course? We will provide in the, after 4 or 5 days, we will provide you the access of self-paced course. Okay, yeah, some people have written temple sound. Yeah guys, in India it's a time to do the puja. Okay, so don't worry about all these things. Now I'll tell you one more topic, that is the machine learning. This is the little bit introduction about the Python I have given. In the next class I'll start from remaining part. Okay, now I'll tell you what is the machine learning and some different types of machine learning and how machine learning will work. Okay, so machine learning. Definition I already told you. What is the machine learning? In the machine learning we are enable machine to learn from the data. But now I'll tell you a little bit more detail about the machine learning. Okay, what is the machine learning, different type of machine learning, and what is the process of machine learning and why we need the machine learning. Okay, so first question comes to mind is, what is the machine learning? Okay guys, most of you already know, or what is the need of the machine learning. Need of the machine learning, you can say, increase in the data. First thing, need of machine learning, need of ML. You know, increase in data generation. In day-to-day life, we are generating lots of data. You can say due to excessive production of data, we need a method. We need a method that can be used to structure, you can say, analyze our data, okay, and you can say draw certain insights from the data. Okay, first class may be a little bit theoretical because I have to tell you lots of concepts. After that, I'll start the implementation part. Don't worry about all these things. Okay, so draw, analyze, and you can say draw certain insights from the data. This is where machine learning comes into the picture. It uses basically data to solve the problems, to find the solution to the most complex task. Like I told you, one example, expert doctor system. If you want to make a machine just like a doctor, what we can do? We can train a machine with lots of data, lots of symptom data as well as a disease name. Then only can a machine act like an expert doctor. How a doctor learn? Doctor learn from its experience. Doctor see the lots of patients. When we are feeling uncomfortable, we will visit the doctor. We will tell the symptoms, and what the doctor will do. Doctor apply his mind, whatever he learned till now. He think these are the symptoms are similar to a certain disease. So for the machine, what we can do, in a machine we can feed lots of data for a particular disease, different patient symptoms. Okay, like lakhs of records for a particular disease. Then only our model will learn from the data. Okay, so this is the need of machine learning. And second thing is, you can say machine learning increase the decision making. It increase decision making. Okay, like you can say we are using different algorithm, and machine learning can be used to make the business better. Like you just want to forecast downfalls in the stock market. Okay, you can identify the risk. Okay, so what we can do with the help of the machine learning, like there are the lots of data. We have certain data. Okay, and we apply some algorithm. And it will give you some insights, or you can say, okay, this algorithm will take the data, this algorithm will discover the different trends, okay, and this algorithm can solve complex problems. Like a human being have limitation. Like we cannot work 24/7. We can work till a limit, but if you train a machine, this machine can work 24/7. Okay, and lots of applications are already using the machine learning, like auto tagging, Amazon's Alexa, Google spam filter. These are the application of machine learning. Okay, so this is the need of machine learning. Now come to the definition and types of machine learning. ML. Find the machine learning. It is predicting the future. Right? You can say a computer program is said to learn from experience. Or simply we know machine learning is a subset of AI. I already told you machine don't have mind. So how can be machine learn? Machine can learn with the help of data. Okay? Okay, now I'll tell you the machine learning algorithm. How the process will work. Machine learning process, we will have certain data. Okay, and this data we will train a machine with this data. This is a machine. And what we will get? We will get a model. Or you can say, sometimes we call it algorithm also. And this algorithm will do prediction for us. Okay? So this is a process. What this process does? Okay? In this process, a machine learning process begins by feeding the data. Lots of data. We need lots of data. And this data feed it to the machine to detect the hidden insights or trends. Okay? And this, we will prepare a model like this, and then we can predict the future. Okay? So, and initially we have seen the steps of a data science project. Whatever the steps we are following in the data science project is, ML is a part of those steps. Okay? Now come to the different types of machine learning. Or you can define this more precisely. This session is 2 hours till the 8 o'clock we are going to read. Okay? So don't worry, I'm telling little bit things about machine learning also. Okay? So now I'll tell you the types of machine learning. Different types of machine learning. Every type we are going to do some practicals. One is the supervised. One is unsupervised. Okay? And third type is reinforcement. Okay? In the supervised machine learning, it is like I'm teaching you. Like in the supervised learning, where somebody is guiding you. I'm your teacher, I'm guiding you. We have a data set which basically acts like a teacher. Data set role is to train the model. Okay? So here somebody guiding you. Means whatever data you are having input data as well as output data. Input data, like for the expert doctor we are having symptoms, or output data we are having name of disease. Okay, there is two things. We are having symptoms and output. Just take a simple example. Like you are a small kid and you don't know about the fruits. So I'm teaching you, this is apple, this is banana, this is orange, this is mango. So what I'm telling its feature, like a mango is having yellow color, it's having green color, its shape is like this. Just a second. Okay. So basically here the symptom is features of a fruit. I was telling you example of fruit. Like I'm teaching you this is apple, this is mango, banana. So I'm telling you the features as well as name of the fruit. Okay? Clear? So in the supervised machine learning we are having the data set. In the data set we have different features. features, or also you can say input. So features. And output is, we also call this label. Some technical terms, I just want to introduce you some technical terms. Okay? So basically supervised machine learning, in which we are having somebody that having training you. Okay, and for the unsupervised machine learning, I'm self-sufficient in learning. No guide. Self-learning. Like during this COVID lockdown, you are learning by yourself, exploring the different resources from the internet. Okay, so we find the structures, we find the patterns. Like we can take another example. You are having a basket full of fruits, and in that basket you are having 4 categories of fruits. 5 mango, 10 banana, and 6 apple, and 7 orange. So you are having 4 categories of fruits, but you don't know this is mango, this is apple. What you will do, you will separate out these fruits into 4 categories according to their similarity. So we are having 4 categories. You are having 4 category data, but you don't know their name, so you will separate out into 4 groups according to their similarities. And in today's class, like I'm having lots of students are attending this class live, but I don't know about these students, but according to their response, I can categorize them into 3-4 categories. Like some already know a little bit Python, some don't know Python, some know advanced Python, and some know the machine learning. So I can categorize according to their response. So I'm checking the similarities. That is the unsupervised machine learning. I don't know about their label. Like here in the first thing, we know the output label. We know the name of fruit. We are telling the feature as well as name of the fruit. But in this case, we given a basket of fruits. We are not telling the name of the fruits. What you need to do, you need to find out yourself different groups. This is called unsupervised machine learning. Okay? Next thing is reinforcement. In the reinforcement, what we are doing? Reinforcement learning is, it is basically a ability of agent to interact with the environment. Here we are having an agent that interacting with the environment. Okay? And find out what is the best outcome. It follows some concept of hit and trial method. Okay? The agent is rewarded or penalized with a point for a correct or wrong answer. On the basis of positive reward points, it gained and model trained. Once again trained, it gets ready to predict the new data. It will do the hit and trial method. When it's doing the correct prediction, then it gains certain reward points. Or you can say penalize. We will see the Q learning is an example of reinforcement. For unsupervised machine learning type is, you can say clustering. And for the supervised machine learning, there are lots of algorithms. Simple example I can say, there are 2 types of problem. One is the classification and one is the regression. Don't worry, I'll teach you each and every algorithm. Okay? So I think you know what is the machine learning, what is the supervised, unsupervised and reinforcement. Hopefully you are getting the things. Okay guys, can you please tell me the confirmation in the chat window, are you getting the things or shall I need to change something? Like what I tried to tell you very basics in this lecture. I'm telling you different technical terms that we are going to use during this training program. And if you are liking this class, then please hit the like button in below the video so that I'll get to know you are getting the things. And it also encourages me to teach you the more things. Okay, so next thing is I can again categorize the machine learning algorithms. I can tell you what the algorithm we are going to cover during this training. One more time. Okay, so machine learning, this is the outer word, or then I categorize the machine learning into 3 categories: supervised, unsupervised, and third type is reinforcement. Okay, and then what we can do next, like what the algorithm we are going to cover in the supervised, unsupervised and reinforcement. Okay, so in the supervised machine learning we are going to cover regression, here we are going to cover regression, you can say linear or polynomial. Okay, and next we are going to cover here classification, okay, and in the classification there are lots of algorithms, like you can see logistic regression, naive Bayes, okay, and support vector machine, and some more. And then we are going to cover decision tree, random forest, all these. Random forest. Okay, these are the algorithm we are going to cover in the supervised machine learning. And in the unsupervised machine learning we are going to cover k-mean algorithms, clustering. Okay, and we can see the PC also. Okay, and then in the reinforcement you can see the Q-learning. Okay, and for every algorithm we are going to solve certain use cases. Okay, so list of projects I already told you what the projects we are going to cover end to end. I just want to, like, after learning the machine learning we will see the Flask, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then we will see the cloud platforms, and then we will deploy our model, and after that you will got a end-to-end application. Okay, so these are the things we are going to cover during the training. For today I think all these things are enough for today. Don't write here guys, after the class you need to write in the comment section. Okay, don't write here what we have learned. Yeah, we are going to almost, I'm just summarizing the things. And for first class, this is the first class, I'm not providing the assignments. For the next coming classes, for every class, I'll give you the assignment, you have to solve the assignment. For this class, what you need to do, you need to write the session summary, and then you need to write, give the some question answer over the LinkedIn and Facebook. Okay. So these are the things we are going to cover, okay, during this training. Hope you are liking all these things, and if you have any question, now I'm giving the next coming 10 minutes for the question answer. You can ask me the questions. Okay. And like we are going to cover different projects, like we are going to cover one project, there is a fake news detector we are going to cover. We are going to cover the, you can check the credit card fraud detection, insurance fraud detection, and flight survey. You can get the flight data insights, different things we can do. And even we are going to cover the statistics, correlation, all these things we are going to cover. And Python, I have started from the basics. I just want to cover almost all these things from the Python also. Like you can see our website. Over the website, some people are asking for the reference notes. Over the website there is a menu, free tutorials. In the free tutorials you can go, and there is a one tutorial is called the machine learning. We have some other tutorials also, like natural language processing, OpenCV, Python, database, all these things. We have some college lab solutions also, university lab solution also. But right now I'm telling about the machine learning. You can click over the machine learning, and then over the machine learning you can find out different topics. Like first thing is Python module. In the Python module, if you click over the Python basic introduction, then you can see this article which I was referring. Okay. And for the attendance, you have to follow all the certain rules we have provided. Whatever you need to do, just visit the GoEdu Hub. Over the GoEdu Hub live class link, there is all the rules are written. Each and everything over our website is clearly written. Okay. So I think this is enough for today, and okay, we'll see you tomorrow for the next class. TensorFlow I'm not going to cover because that is the part of the deep learning. This course is designed for the machine learning and data science. Yeah, K nearest neighbor we are going to cover. Okay. There are lots of questions, guys. I'm unable to read each and every question. I'm trying to read some questions. Yeah, I just want to keep certain classes for question answer only. Like after 1 week, I'll keep one class for the doubt session. In that class, you will ask the questions and I'll answer the question. One by one, you can ask the questions. And second thing, below the article also, you can write the questions. Like for asking the question, here you can see some people commented. So you can comment here, we will answer your question. Like for this, what you need to do, you need to log into our website. Just log into website. First you need to register. So you register the website and then you can log in. Here you need to register and then log in, and after that you can put any question below any article. We will answer your questions. Yeah, surely I'll share my LinkedIn profile also. You can see, LinkedIn. Let me see. And this is my LinkedIn profile. If I'll click over here, you can see linkedin.com.in Sharda Chaudhary. Okay. Okay guys, I think this is enough for today. And whatever the question you are having, we can address in the next class also. So thank you so much, and I'm very excited for upcoming classes. I'll answer your lots of questions. Yeah, we are going to cover Seaborn also. We are going to cover different things in this session.